Good morning. This is T Forward, and I am coming to you on day 20 of my Iaso T weight loss journey. And I'm sorry, the sun is like really in my eyes right now. I started a little late this morning. However, I wanted to actually talk to you this morning about positive thoughts and positive vibrations. And for those of you that don't know about positive vibrations, um, I'm going to attempt to try to explain vibrations, which is, for me, I think it's pretty self explanatory, but let's see where this goes. Okay, so positive thinking. A lot of us like to think that we are positive thinkers. We see the cup as half full as opposed to half empty. And great, great. So, but there are those of you who think that you are positive, but you are as negative as your bank account. And the reason why I'm saying that is because you don't realize the negativity that you speak when you are speaking. And it's something that you either don't realize or you just can't help it. It's just one of those things. So I'm not going to make this a long video, but I want to get to the meat of it. When you start thinking positive, you start to speak positive and speak positive things into your life. And when you start doing that, at this point, this is when you start to feel positive and the positive energy starts to rise. And when it starts to rise, there's this thing where we talk about, well, for those of us that are familiar with um, chakra, chi, pretty much anything dealing with um, Eastern medicine or healing, if you will. So your vibrations start to come up. You start going from your red root chakras and you start making your way up to your crown chakras. Um, Now, a lot of you may be like, what the hell is she talking about as far as chakras? Go look it up. Go do some research. Go do your homework and and find out what chakra is, because I'm not going to go into that in this video. Um, and start learning how to speak positivity into your life. Start thinking it. And actually, some of y'all start thinking, you talk without you actually thinking because you're on autopilot. So you're so used to saying unaffirming things that you don't know how to say affirming things. So rather than you saying, you'll say, oh, well, man, this is going to be a real crappy day. Or you'll say, um, something along the lines of, and I'm sorry, I'm trying to get myself in the camera, but you might say something along the lines of, man, this heifer get on my nerves, or man, this dude, he always works my nerves. Stop focusing in on that stuff. When you focus in on that garbage, you bring that negativity in your world. And the more you focus in on it, the more of it you get. But when you start to shift your thinking, not trying to sound like The Secret, even though I watched that, I don't know how many times. I listened to it, I watched it, but let me get back to the point. When you start shifting the way you think, things, it starts to line up. As far as whether you want to call it the universe or whatever you want to call it, it starts to line up. So this is something I got my husband working on. I finally got him to watch The Secret. And it took, I don't know how long it took me to get him to watch it, but nonetheless, I finally got him to watch it. And it was real interesting because I've been watching it, still watch it, or listen to it actually. Because once you stop watching the actual video, when you start listening to the audio, you hear something that, even though you may have watched it a lot, and you heard it, but you still wind up missing something. And you're like, oh, it clicks. So this is why I just go and listen to the audio. But I finally got him to watch it, and he's starting to see and understand um, the why I speak positive. And I be like, when he goes and he has his one of those negative moments, and I have to stop him. I'm like, no, 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 we're not going to go down that road. Okay, vent, get it off your chest, but don't you speak those negative, well, every time something happens, this goes wrong or that goes wrong. I mean, get it off your chest and be like, man, dad, yo, man, this sucks. But, you know, I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna be better, whatever the case may be. So, start waking up, start working, start thinking. Like, actually get yourself off autopilot and start actually thinking about being positive and doing positive things. But start thinking positive first, because you can do it all day, but if you don't start within, um then it's not going to work. So always start within. The mind is the heart. Contrary to people be like, oh, the heart is an organ. The mind is the heart. Start there, fix that. Then you can actually start to see positive things manifesting. Don't think of it as it's supposed to happen overnight and it's a microwave thing, because it's not. It's like putting a pot on water on the stove. It's going to take a little longer than the microwave, but you're going to get an even spread of heat in your water, as opposed to throwing it in the microwave and you have hot pockets and you got to shake it. That's extra work. So with that, I'm going to say happy tea drinking, everyone, and peace.